Happy Wednesday, guys and girls, and welcome to another reading. I started today by doing two unboxing of two decks, and I was not sure whether to go to the next one, but I had like this feeling a reading is gonna come up next. So I took a break from the readings because it was just not there, and it just didn't. It felt like a Ten of Wands, and it was a much needed break. But for a few days now, the reading mode is slowly coming back. And today I started like really slow with those unboxing, and like the taste for it just returned somehow. And I felt like some not messages. I felt like some things that needed to be said, something like that. Not messages. I pre-shuffled the deck just to have everything as ready as possible. So we're just gonna do a few more shuffles. And we're gonna start this reading with tarot. I have the two new decks close by and some other ones as well. So let's see. Let's see what does the tarot have to say after all this time. So I didn't do any personal readings, I just took a break from the whole readings and took care of like some really personal stuff and rested a lot as well. Let's see, what is it in the cards? I wanted to start the reading with a different tarot deck. The back of the deck was like, oh, I have it here. So this is the back of the deck that I wanted to start. And this is the option that I actually got to use. It feels like a very black and white situation where some colors are needed. Some colors. Okay, let's see. So first of all, we have this one, the Eight of Coins. Some enterprise, some work that needs to be done. And it's a hands-on work. But like the muses of inspiration, we have a little fairy in there, right there. The muses of inspiration guide this enterprise, this project. The birds are singing there in the back for you. Actually, the birds are singing outside. It's pretty much summer in here, very hot. I, however, I feel like this character in here has a very shady face. It's a very ratty face. Although he's the one mastering this work that is under this project that is undergoing here. But this one in the back, so it feels like, but even though it doesn't, no, he's not, it feels like, so the Eight of Coins that I'm addressing here, this is like a facade. So this is the ratty face in here. This is just a facade. Because this face in here, calm, he seems like he knows what he's doing, but he's not doing anything. But this is, it feels like this one just came in here like a photobomb, took the tools that were, he was like here maybe looking for something that he needed. This is like the bench work, and he needed something from back here from behind. And meanwhile, this picture was taken, and this one photobomb just took and pretended like he was doing all this work. This is how it feels. And then we have the Three of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Hierophant. So we have the major arcana 6 and 5. And there's a rat in there with the Hierophant. There's the rat there. So this rat, when this knowledge was passed to you, you received it along with some other character. But there was a third with the Three of Cups. There was this rat, a third character. These two characters in the Three of Cups seem like the two characters that received the higher information from the High Priest, from the Hierophant. These have the knowledge. One is represented in here, and the rat is also the rat that took a sneak peek. And this black and white tiles in here take me to the Freemasonry, the Illuminati theories, and all of that. The Lovers, in the end, the information so it is all about money. It is all about the material gains. This Queen of Cups here that is represented in the Lovers card by the lady, by the feminine. Let's just have some order in here. And also, okay, now I see, actually there are 4 characters receiving the information. But I'm talking about 5 counting the red. But I'm talking about this feminine and about this masculine in here. I'm very confused about the identity of this red, because this red takes many faces. In this photobomb, he takes the face of a male character. In this one, the same red. But attention, because in this one, you see there's one male character that is missing in here. We have this male character, this male character in here. The one that is missing and the red. The red in here is posing as the missing male energy. And in this one, because we have the 2 feminine energies, they are represented in this 3 of Cups. But the red somehow, with the help of magic, with some delusionment, with some, you know how they are saying that those extra-dimensional beings that are here with us, it's not about the fact that they take a human form. It's just like they play with the perception of humans so that we are not able to see them in their truthful form and we perceive them as fellow humans. And there are eyes that can see through that delusion, through their deceivement. And I feel like this Hierophant has passed the information of truthful seeing to these 4 characters. One male character stays unknown, but the sign for this male, this is a very deep reading, but the sign, we can identify this male character by the sign of the spider, not to be confused with the rat, because the rat that is posing here, we could be seduced by the idea to consider this Spider-Man as this rat man, but no, because we can see that here is posing as a male, as a female. He takes many faces, this character, and it's all about an enterprise. No, the Lover's here. A choice, quite an important choice. It all started with a choice. This whole, because we're going from the 6th to the 5th. it all started with a choice, and I feel like this choice was made before coming here. Oopsie. Because you see, like the time in here, they're pictured young. In here, okay, let's go there. So we have like all this, the couple, the old couple, the young couple. We go beyond or before human form, in the form of the swans. So this lovers, this choice was there all along, represented in so many ways. And this the consequence of this choice has a very, like the effect of the outer planets, a very long effect. It takes a long time for it to happen, and the effect takes a long time to reach fruition, to reach its full potential. And it's something, as I was saying, it's something about a material gain. But this Queen of Cups in here, she never pursued the material gain, because we see her here very humble. And this dog, there's a dog that can sense the rat, because in this picture we have a dog in there, another dog in here, and there's another dog in here. And I don't know if my baby dog is just getting ready for a sleep, and it was just, and I feel like some outer forces beyond our power in this material earthly land realm are in working here. Also, I feel like this rat also, because this one, but the Queen of Cups, she also has. I feel like the message in here is very much cut, interrupted. And I'm going back to the missing male character. This was supposed to be the enterprise of 4 characters, 2 feminine, a very balanced enterprise. This choice started this whole enterprise. But it also ensured this visit to the Hierophant, this passage of the symbolism. But this rat in here, he was for the material gain. And this is the only card, the 8 of coins, that is green. And so is the robe of the truthful working male character. The color of the feminine is blue, and this is how you can identify the falsehood of the ratty male character in here. Because the truthful male characters in here are wearing green. And the feminine cards, you see, they are blue. So there are 2 blue feminine cards. So, okay, the red is feminine. Because here the blue gives this information away that this is false. Because he was supposed to have like a blue robe and a blue garments, let's say. Something with this green. So the manly man energy is represented by green, and blue represents the feminine energy. So I feel like blue is for water, and the green is like the green of the forest. Forest green. I feel like another shuffle. This deck's been sitting there for a while. And let's see if we get more cards. I feel like this deck has spoken. I'm gonna do a few more shuffles. 2 more shuffles, and if not, I'm gonna go to the deck that I initially wanted to start. Okay, this is it. So we're putting aside this deck, and we're going to this one. This one feels more messy. Okay, this Queen of Cups comes with us. Okay, so now my attention is drawn to the character that comes to visit the Queen of Cups. So this is okay, now we're seeing this truthful spider missing male. He's represented by the spider, and yet he's the one capable to see this Queen of Cups. He's the one. So the Queen of Cups in here, I feel like it's none of the characters. She has a connection with this lady in here, and maybe this one too with the white hair, but it's just a connection. And he's the Spider-Man, okay, is the only one to see the truthful Queen of Cups and to recognize its humble intentions, because he has like the same humbleness. And you see, even if he's like with his hand towards her, the dog there, he's not aggressive, he's not scared by the hand. But will she reach his hand? She's smiling. This Queen of Cups is smiling. So it feels like this spider male missing character has not actually deserted. His identity is kept anonymous. It's kept unknown. Because like he's on this quest to try to negotiate something with this Queen of Cups. Okay, let's go back to our deck. I'm trying to keep this reading, although so deep, as short as possible. Okay. Let's explain this enterprise. For the 8 of coins, let's get some explanatory cards for the 8 of coins. For that 8 of pentacles, what more is there to be known? Okay, let's see like this. If not, we're just gonna let the cards pop. Okay, we got one. The 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups. So this 8 of coins, this enterprise is supposed to be a wish come true. But is it? Because with this funny business in there, it just doesn't feel like that. Okay. The King of Swords and the 4 of Wands. This Queen of Cups. So this we get another, they came near the Queen of Cups card. And these 2 cards feel attracted to this one. So this quest of this Spider-Man, he's the King of Swords. He represents the element of air. This quest is his pursuit of stability. So he's helping from the foundation, and it needs to be a strong foundation. And this whole enterprise is not possible. You know, like even the rat has its purpose. Even though he's there for his selfish, okay, you see like the money in there. The money in there is just like they feel like hidden just for him. Even though he's there for his, like the Hierophant has a purpose. The Hierophant is not fooled. He knows the rat is in there. But he uses the rat. And how does he use the rat? Well, first of all, to fill in for the missing Spider-Man. Because with the air element, the King of Swords is the only element capable of such fast and swift movement. And this movement is required in here to gather this information, to ensure the stability of the foundation of this enterprise. In this Nine of Cups, I feel it more connected. We're not going to the Eight of Coins. We're going to this Lover's card. Because this choice was made for a wish to be fulfilled. Okay, we're just leaving the cards to speak. We're not. The Knight of Cups. The element of water very much emphasized by the Nine and the Knight of Cups in here. A wish fulfilled by this message of water. A message of water. I do not understand this card just yet. I want to have another card in there. A card, hopefully for the Knight of Cups, but we'll see. It's in this area, nevertheless, that I want to focus now. Nope. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. I have like this, these images now, very ancient images. With these gods. There are very many stories of, for example, Osiris with his brother that traps him in a tomb. So these stories, like this choice, with, for example, in the story of Osiris with Isis, making the choice to bring him back from the dead. Maybe this spider character is like someone who's died, and this enterprise is to bring him back to life. And this may be like ancient times that I'm talking to. Ancient times that are still having some works, that are still working. The development is still in here. And it's like the stories of someone buried alive. With this Five of Discs. But it's like the same story that they with the gods, because the gods are immortals. So if they are immortals, how can you, like, you can just basically, this is just an entrapment. There's no such thing as death for god beings, and that's why we need to go from our human being to our god being, something like that with this reading. Okay. Let's see another card. For whatever, maybe let's just do like this to see where it was. A lot of cards. Let's get this three. So after the Five of Pentacles, here comes the Six of Pentacles. The need for a balance. The need for an equal give and take. And how can you achieve this equal give and take? Well, with some Four of Swords. So the Prince of this, the Page of Pentacles needs to stop from this enterprise, this gentleman in here, this male. It doesn't matter whether you are a man or a woman, of course, because we're talking about the male, about the action in all of us. There's this need to reconnect to the feminine, to the passive. So if the Prince of this If the Page of Pentacles represents the young, actional energy, like the young entrepreneur, for this equal give and take for this Six of Pentacles to take place in here, some healing. It's required some space out from everything, and the Four of Swords, like to go into your sanctuary, to reconnect to the feminine, to the passive energy. And where should we put this? All these ones, I feel them here. And all of these, I'm taking from the bottom part. The High Priestess. So you have, and the Hierophant again. And I was, where to put this, the High Priestess? And I was just about to mention that not only that you have the Hierophant in here, like the High Priest, but you also have the High Priestess. So this information, all that you received here, and it's something, although this Hierophant is the one passing the information, because the male energy is the one that it's acting. It's the male energy, it's action, and the feminine energy, it's passive. Okay, I'm still repeating this. So you see how this High Priestess card, in all these three forms, Maiden, Mother, Crone, the High Priestess, the young High Priestess, cannot pass the information verbally. It cannot communicate because she does not communicate. She just uses symbols, or not even symbols, because symbols are also for the male energy, like the first form before the word. But in this one, even though like the Hierophant is the one, the teacher is the one passing the information, this information is doubled. That's why it was needed here, not two. Like usually the Hierophant, there are two characters here, and the Hierophant passing the information. But in here we have this four. This is why four characters were needed to begin with. And just in case you're a Harry Potter fan, it comes like with their four houses, and with the snake, the Slytherin house story. But this is not such a story, because this is a truthful and a loyal King of Swords, but he's on a quest. The Seven of Swords. So in here, this red is represented by the Seven of Swords. Something that was stolen. And it was stolen not, so everybody was there. This is about information. In a way, you can say that just the rat participating, he stole the information. But it's not only that. I feel like this rat got something, understood something that these four characters could not. First of all, the spider might have understood this. But as he was just participating with one hand, he could not benefit entirely. But the rat did. And this is like that something stolen. So not only that he participated without permission to this passing of high information, this was some kind of decoding. Not only, it was a decoding of the symbols in here. The Queen of Swords. So this lady in here is represented by the Queen of Swords. And the Princess of Cups. The Knight of Wands and the Three of Swords. So there was some pain in here with the whole situation. But like some serious pain and betrayal, I feel. This effect. But it's not, because as I said it initially, as I stated, this high priest allowed for the rat to be there. But he found a purpose for this rat as well. He did not allow for his deceivement to have only negative effects. He transformed it. And somehow this is expected from the four characters in the situation too. But they are caught. They are caught between fire and water. Okay, so this is the assessment of the situation. Complex situation. Now with the oracle, let's see what exactly is the other side advising the conscious part of this reading. Let's see some messages from your unconscious coming to light. Healing the heart, the power of self-love. The healing of the heart. This choice, because it's not any choice, it's a lover's choice. I feel like these two characters in here, there's that movie, I don't know. It's an animation. It's something Halloweeny, but I can't remember. But it's like with Lady Muerte, so Lady Death and God. And they are, I can't remember the movie. Okay, and I talked about it in a previous reading. Okay, healing of the heart, the power of self-love. So it all starts with the healing of the heart. But whose heart? All of these four characters are struggling with this power of self-love? Or is it just the Spider-Man? Yeah, it's the Spider-Man. And this Queen of Cups. So the higher purpose of him reaching to the Queen of Cups is the stability of the enterprise. But the personal quest that he is on is this healing of the heart. Because maybe it's exactly this healing of the heart that initially was like the cause of him not being able to fully participate and immerse himself into that experience. Let's have another shot. And let's see what other messages can be decoded from the unconscious. So the symbol of the circle, okay? The circle. The circle of what? Of truth, of love, of what? Okay. Opening the heart. So the heart is very important in this reading. And the heart is the fourth chakra with the four characters in here. Deep connections and water blessings. Sacred action, decisive focus. Wings of light, becoming something new. This Eight of Pentacles, this enterprise, needs to be transformed into something new. But this transformation is connected to this healing of the heart, to this opening. And how do you heal the heart? Okay, so you receive exactly how to heal the heart. Open it. That game of water and fire. Deep connection to the blessings of the water. And then use the fire in the form of the decisive focus, in the form of the sacred action. And this transformation, it's to become something new entirely. Okay, And I'm getting with this card, this pursuit of a stable foundation, not successful. Because if there's this need to become something entirely new, okay, then it means I got a little bit scared because my baby dog, he was there visiting earlier, but now he just laid under the table and I was like moving my legs and I just felt him and I got so scared. So I was saying this enterprise, it's this need of becoming something completely new. So this foundation, the stability of this foundation was not successful. Okay, let's get a different oracle deck. And then another oracle deck. So this and another one. And with that last one, we're going to close the reading. Stability, okay? This stability. And again, fire and water. It's like full summer and full winter. Full day and full night. The middle of the day and the middle of the night. It feels like the meeting between the middle of the day and the middle of the night. Clues. Number 37 and number 38. Like, seriously? So we go, okay, this is sign that here we went, and this somehow was necessary, of course, otherwise it would have not happened. And we're going from 6, 5, and this 4 of Wands is the 4, the stability, right? And now we're going from 37 to 38. So again, this was a downward spiral from 6 to 5. And now it's the upward spiral again. Stability and number 38, clues. Some clues. I feel like one more card for this one to explain the clues. You see, as I was saying there, it feels like this male Spider-Man, maybe the impression that he has died here, sorry. And those ancient stories with the gods that try to bring someone, or like even the goddesses. Now I'm thinking again, I had it in mind for a while. Okay, too many, but this is the one we're keeping. With that goddess, that love. So we're beginning with the lovers and we're ending with love. And this love card, represented by number 10, that's connected to the Wheel of Fortune. Not the lover's choice love, but the Wheel of Fortune love. Unexpected. But these clues. Nature's beauty. Okay? For these clues to come, you need to that 4 of Swords. You need to take a break from your normal world and maybe just rest in nature's beauty. It feels something like with a play of time in here with these two particular cards and this one. This meeting. Because this meeting in here, but this is a 2, this is a 4, it was so powerful that this 2 had to be like split it into 4 to be multiplied. So this information, this decoding of these symbols is so powerful that it needed to be split it into 4 sections, because transmitting this information in just 2 sections would maybe have overpowered the body of these two characters in there. And let's close this reading with this deck. So we had the conscious. We began with the conscious with the tarot. We had the unconscious with the oracle. Some messages from there. And now let's do this meeting between conscious and unconscious. And let's see your higher self. In this meeting of the conscious and the unconscious, what does this higher self, this most highest self of yours, have to say? Express gratitude and protect the wild and green. And the Slytherin house in Harry Potter, it's represented by the color green. And protect the green. Protect this one, protect the green, the wild and the green. And this message is for the two feminine characters in here. But this two feminine is actually, it may be very well two feminine characters in this Enterprise of Four, but it can also represent like the splitting of the original feminine energy into two. In order maybe to, with one, this feminine, this pregnant Empress feminine expressing gratitude towards life, and this one protecting the male energy. Okay, so in this reading, the feminine energy seems like quite busy, quite derailed from its passive, because you see, this is like the natural state of the feminine in the garden of abundance, in her state of cornucopia. And this is how the feminine, this splitting, it feels like a transfiguration of this feminine into this one. You need to protect the remaining male character. Okay, I want to have just one card here, because this is like from the, even like the higher self, it feels like the union of conscious and unconscious is not happening just yet. A king bee. It's not, we're gonna draw another one and have courage. A king bee. The Spider-Man character I feel like I'm talking to now. This king that learns just to be. This king that needs to be. So this deck, it's talking a lot. So, time to rise, balance your energy, and only then it's focus time and then act. It feels like this feminine in here that was derailed from her natural state into this actional feminine state can make things happen. But this very much action in here is dangerous. Focus and then act. And this king bee here, I feel like these two cards here, time to rise, but balance your energy. I feel like they're for the king bee. And this is like for the feminine. Okay, and this one final card, stay strong. So the higher self is connected to the power of dragons. Those ancient beings of dragons that are now waking up. See all the mountains. What's... Okay, somehow connected with the activity of mountains and volcanoes, like the dragons. Stay strong in this. It feels like the rise of the dragons. Stay strong, because you are very well prepared for this rise of the dragons. Stay strong during this rise of the dragons. Okay, and with this, I feel like the energy has reached a conclusion in this reading. I wish you to stay strong and find your true strength. Have a good one. Goodbye.